Hi, now I'm going to show you how to tie a caddis nymph. Actually, the name of that pattern is 91, MP91. It's a caddis, which is quite heavy. So let's go and tie. So you use the tying thread up to the bend, and do not hesitate if you need to change the position of the hook that way. It will be easier to tie, especially the beginning, which is a little amount of CDC that you put right at the end of it, like this. Then you trim a little bit. Okay, perfect. Then you are going to use a little bit of wire to increase the segmentation of the abdomen, like this. Rest it on the side, and then in order to make it a little heavier, I will use a little bit of lead wire, probably that. So you put it, you tie it first that way, and then you wrap around the hook shank this way. And the weight will be enough to have your pattern sinking a little bit. Okay. Then you trim it. Then you go back and forth in order to stabilize the lead wraps. And then you choose one of the olive that I am going to start with, like this at the bottom, and then you use the hackle plier in order to grab the CDC, and you are going to go over the lead by twisting and wrapping around the hook shank. It's a little bit delicate, that's the reason that I turn the vise in order to be able to see exactly what I am doing. So you see that it is just not enough with one feather because the diameter is a little bit bigger. So do not hesitate to use a second feather that you can put on like this and have enough to finish the body section. Also use once again the plier and continues to wrap around that section here. Okay, so that's enough. Now I secure the feather, few wraps to secure the thread, and you can clean up a little bit what is too much. For that I like very much under to use the curved scissors, which allows me to go under because it's a curved hook. Okay, now you use the tinsel and you follow the same wrap you have been doing earlier with the feather. Okay, now we have something which is quite heavy, so you can stop the tinsel, trim the excess, and in order to illustrate the wing case, I use a little bit of floss. So I trim it, and then I will include this by the middle, reverse on the other side, look and check the repetition is good, like this. And I will use the last feather, which is a dark feather, maybe one of those dark CTC. You can use also a beast if you want. So first you incorporate this feather, and that will, the barbs coming out will illustrate the legs. So you grab it this way, and then you just wrap around like this, and try to leave some barbs coming out. This will illustrate very nicely the legs. Trim. And then bring the wing case forward. And then rest your thread, trim the excess, and with the whip finisher tool make the final knot like this. Do not hesitate to make a bulky head, and use a dark head cement at the end. So that's it. Yes, do not hesitate to leave some barbs coming out. I mean, this will give the illusion of life. You can make it shorter by using your fingers to break it, but I think this is the way you give the illusion of life. If you feel like cutting a little bit on the body, like, I don't know, just do it, but leave some long barbs here. It will be very lifelike. So thank you for your attention.